Hello, and you're listening to Deep Questions with Jaden Sofa. I'm here today with, you want to introduce yourself?
Hello. Yes, I'm Joel, the one, the only, except for there's another on campus. But as far as Joel's in this room goes, I am the one and only.
That is true. We are supposed to have another guest with us here shortly. He's still not arrived yet. He's kind of slow.
His name may rhyme with Breck.
It doesn't.
And starts with S-H.
Shrek?
I'm saying that's not... It's not impossible. We could have Shrek on. If we really, really wanted.
I'll call up Michael Myers real quick.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too difficult.
Today we're going to do a topic that I'm a little scared to debate because I feel like people will actually get pretty heated about this. But it is almost Thanksgiving, and we're going to argue, when is it okay to start celebrating Christmas? Oh, wait a second. Drew is here.
Drew has made it.
Let's give him a second to introduce himself.
Drew is slunking along to the chair.
You're about 7 minutes late.
He is putting on the headphones. He is
Is
about.
this thing on?
Yes, it is.
Beautiful. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Drew, and I showed up 7 minutes late because people outside are playing D&D. I would have been 5 minutes late, but I had to stop and listen to them because I was amazed.
Oh my gosh! What if someone did a live, like a live play RPG podcast on XLR?
Oh, you have no idea.
Let's start another show.
Yeah.
I'll gladly do it.
Yeah. Do they have like 15-hour blocks here? Because that'd be convenient.
Yeah, I
15
need
minutes is a
at
little short.
least 48 hours.
All right, so Drew, you missed the question. We're debating something that's going to maybe get a little heated. It's Thanksgiving almost, and we're going to talk about when is it okay to start celebrating Christmas?
I don't think you understand how insane this is to me, because as I'm walking over here, I was like, you know what? I have a great question to ask Jaden. Let's ask him, is it okay to start celebrating it before Thanksgiving? So you saying this is beautiful. So what is your take on it?
Ooh, you know what? I don't think I've ever heard Jane's take on a topic.
I give my takes. I just don't get quite as heated as some of the other people do. I personally feel that you got to at least give Thanksgiving a time to shine. I don't think you should start until December because that's already a month. You give it November, sometimes October. That's 3 months. That's a fourth of the year. It's practically a season at that point, not a holiday. If you give it that much time, it loses its significance, in my opinion.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Now, what's your take?
Literally the exact opposite. You say that fourth of the year is too much. I say fourth of the year is too little. Here's the thing, right? I'm not ashamed of who I am. I'm not ashamed of what I do. So what if I put on Christmas music every once in a while in the middle of August? That's fine. So what if I actually create an entire Spotify playlist of Christmas songs that I want to jam to at the end of September? So what? Christmas...
September.
See, okay, hang on, Jaden, you hit on a very excellent point that I really just want to point out. You said that you're absolutely right in the fact that once you stretch it out for more than a month, especially once you get to like 2 or 3, it no longer becomes about the day, but it is much rather a season. But the thing where we differ is the fact that you see that as a negative and as a element that will devalue its worth. I, on the other hand, see this as a beautiful a beautiful tradition and element of the end of the year environment. Part of the reason why I love fall and winter so much is because of all of the Christmas cheer and the Christmas community and culture that surrounds it. And so obviously we will be getting probably more in depth with Christmas's relation to Thanksgiving. But personally, I see, I'll say that until we discuss that. But the main point that I want to make is I understand that celebrating Christmas earlier isn't for everybody. I realize that is not an objective fact, sure. However, I do not feel like it is right to try to suppress other people's joy and Christmas spirit before you before the the arbitrary moment of time where it becomes socially acceptable. I think it is something that should be celebrated as much as possible and enjoyed because of what the spirit of Christmas stands for.
The problem I have with this is that it denies the spirits of the other holidays, though. Like, you need to be in the Halloween season during October. It's spooky time. And then once the Halloween stuff's down, Walmart puts up Christmas stuff right away. They just skip Thanksgiving.
Joke's on you. I went into Michael's August 19th, and they had an entire Christmas tiny little village set up.
See,
In August?
In August. And this has happened 2 years in a row.
I have to agree with Joel on this one.
Yes.
For the most part. I agree seasons need their time to sign, or holidays do. Thanksgiving needs its day or its like weekend, and Halloween has its day or week.
Month.
But it's not called the Christmas holiday. It's called the Christmas season. So once you starts getting cold, everyone starts thinking Christmas.
Yep.
You don't start thinking, oh, it's a few weeks until Thanksgiving. No, it's till Christmas.
Yes.
You're waiting till Christmas, because Christmas kind of, you embody the Thanksgiving already, because Thanksgiving is you're giving thanks to everyone around you. But what's more giving than Christmas?
Ooh, excellent point. I tell you what, one thing that I'm always thankful for on Thanksgiving is the fact that it's only like 32 more days till Christmas. But like, okay, I feel like Thanksgiving is just Christmas's intermission, right? Because like with Halloween, I'll give you that one. That one gets a bit gray into the gray area. Where for someone like me who never really was into Halloween, it was just like, all right, cool, it's a holiday, let's move on. But like Thanksgiving, there's no one in existence whose favorite holiday is Thanksgiving.
That's fair.
Everything that Thanksgiving has, Christmas also has, but also better. Right?
Honestly.
You have really good food and traditional meals. That's a Christmas tradition. You have the celebration of family and thankfulness. That's definitely Christmas. If Hallmark has taught me anything. Like you have the cold weather, Christmas. Like
Snow.
Who prefers turkey over a Christmas ham? Like, I don't even like ham that much. And like, when I see the Christmas ham, I'm just like, oh yeah, it's Christmas time. When I see a Thanksgiving turkey, I'm just like, that must have been a pain to buy. Like,
I'll be honest, I don't actually like Thanksgiving that much. I'm not a big fan of the food categories that are usually involved
Really?
with that. I think it should still get its time to shine.
Sure. Well, honestly, Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. I really enjoy it. However, people seem to use it more and more as a way to just take away the Christmas joy. They use it as a marker where you say, oh, you can't celebrate Christmas until after this day. After Thanksgiving, that's when Christmas happens. And when that's all Thanksgiving is in a culture, when that is the lead up to Thanksgiving as a roadblock, it no longer, it devalues both Thanksgiving and Christmas and takes away joy from both holidays. That's why I say that Thanksgiving is the intermission for Christmas. Because you're right, that is a long period of time to celebrate the Christmas spirit. That's why we have Thanksgiving, as like a few days to be like, all right, it's time to take a break from all the Christmas stuff. Now let's put on our pilgrim hats and eat our 5 grains of corn. And then after you've like taken a break, it's a nice little palate cleanser, and then you're just like, all right, I hate the color brown now. It's time to go back to Christmas.
I will admit the colors are much better for Christmas.
Yeah. Plus, with Thanksgiving, it's, for me, I don't so much like Thanksgiving for what it was. I like it for what it is, because my dad and we actually go out and get the turkey. We go out hunting and we get the turkey.
Awesome.
There's been years when we had to buy a turkey, but usually we get 1 or 2. But to me, Christmas is just more important, because ever since we moved down here, every Christmas is mostly whenever I see my family. Like, we go back up, we go visit family. It's a time, instead of Thanksgiving where you might see your neighbors, it's you go and get with your family and you spend a day and you're like eating with each other, you're laughing, you're catching up. And that's important to me, because family overrides everything else,
Sure.
in my opinion. So being able to go up to my family and say, I appreciate you, here's a gift, let's spend time together, that's important to me.
I think the issue, though, is that for a lot of people, that is also what Thanksgiving achieves. And even though you may have Christmas where it's a more focused event where you're with the people that like really, really matter, and Thanksgiving can be, you know, just an amalgamation of like people that are adjacent to you. It's still more focused on the family. And I think that is one area where Thanksgiving does shine. But the question is, should that be stopped? Should that stop the Christmas train from plowing through the rest of the months? And I would go with the verdict that no. I think Thanksgiving is not a roadblock to Christmas. I think we can celebrate Christmas before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It's kind of on the same page as like Easter.
Easter.
Yeah, okay. Get my thought. And I don't know if I'm right on this. I probably am not because I haven't done Easter in a while. But the whole thought of Easter is it's not one of those things where it's just that day. It's leading up to and including that day. Because isn't there a whole like month in Christianity leading up to Easter? Isn't it Passover or something?
Okay, so basically the way that it works is you have Palm Sunday, starting the week before. You have Palm Sunday where Jesus rode into Jerusalem. Then you have Good Friday where he gets killed.
Thanksgiving is Black Friday.
That is fair. That is fair, and that's when most people do get killed on Thanksgiving week. So that makes sense. Although I've always found it funny that the Good Friday is the one where he dies. That just confused me as a kid.
Yeah.
Anyways, then you have like Saturday, which is just like still sad Saturday. I don't know. Forgot that one. And then it's Easter Sunday.
Okay.
But like, I feel like that's their own sort of micro holidays that are like leading up, where it's just like sort of like checkpoints. Like you've reached Palm Sunday. It's almost time. You got to Good Friday. And I don't really know if that's a spirit per se. I think one thing that's special about Christmas is, and what really makes it stand out and sort of divides the room, is the fact that when you're a kid, all of the holidays have their own sort of special like season to them. You know, when you're a kid, you start to notice, oh wow, there's clovers everywhere and everything's green. Oh my goodness, it's almost St. Patrick's Day. And that happens with like a lot of the holidays. But as you get older, that season of each of those holidays gets shorter and shorter, except for Christmas. And the more that the
feels
rest
like it gets longer and longer.
Exactly, but that's just because everything else is getting shorter and shorter because you don't have as much time to focus on it. So I think that's the main reason, is because people are losing all of the holiday spirit of all the other holidays. Meanwhile, Christmas still has its grapple hold on its seasonal rights.
All right, let's do a thought experiment here. How would you feel if we stretched out the Christmas season to the entire year?
I already do, but if we're talking about like decorations and whatnot, I feel like if you commit to it, it's all right. If you do it out of laziness, like if you're just like, I don't want to take that artificial tree down. We're just gonna have a holiday tree.
We left our lights up for an entire year once.
I know a couple of guys who in their apartment has had the Christmas tree in the corner of their living room since last November, and it annoys the crap out of me because now I can't tell them to like take it off because it's.
So you actually wanted them to stop celebrating?
No. They took off the Christmas lights off of the Christmas tree and all of the decorations and just left the tree. That's tacky. What I'm saying is, and my apologies to those people if they're listening, but what I am saying is that if they had committed, if everything just kept on having like, oh, there's Santa, there's that elf on the shelf, he's still watching you, don't get near him, he has a knife. Like, if you had like stayed consistent with the rest of it, then sure, I feel like that would be appropriate. And
I get what you're saying.
And like, I mean, heck, there's an entire movement of Christmas in July. You know, people want to celebrate Christmas all year round. Not because it's cold, not because they're obsessed with fat men breaking and entering into people's homes. They're fascinated by the joy and the spirit of an atmosphere that Christmas creates. And that's what I think is why it's acceptable to celebrate Christmas outside of those months.
All right.
Do we want to take a music break?
Yeah, let's. I'm sorry about what you're about to hear. I'm being forced against my will to play this.
Who's forcing you?
Himself. This was his idea.
Why are you doing this?
Hello, we are back. I just want to say I'm disappointed that there's not really any Thanksgiving songs.
You know, that's a fair point.
It's not a lot of.
There is Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown. What?
True.
Wait, but they didn't have like a Thanksgiving song.
It wasn't
yes, like on the Mayflower.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Wait, does this actually? Okay, I don't know if this just comes because I grew up in a Christian home, but like, is the doxology technically a Thanksgiving song, where it's just like, you know, like praise God from whom all blessings flow? Is that not? Is that
I'm
a
really
thing?
thankful you sang that.
I don't know,
but
what that
I have
is,
no idea
actually.
what you're talking about.
I don't know what
Okay.
you're talking about either.
Okay, cool. Hi, everybody. I'm here. And I'm going to sing some very old hymns, probably from like the 1500s. I don't know. That was beautiful.
Oh.
Wait, I think that's just the Halo theme song.
Yeah.
Everyone
correct.
T-pose.
I can never tell the difference.
Gregorian chant or 343 Industries? Let's find out.
So
That's a music
Jaden, Jaden,
Yes.
what else are we going to be discussing tonight?
So, when do you think it's acceptable to stop celebrating Christmas? When do you think you should stop?
Whenever you finally get fed up with all the gift wrapping paper on the ground, that's when you should stop.
That usually lasts a couple days.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
At least New Year's.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like this is really
Wait,
strange.
New Year's, not New Year's Eve?
New Year's Day. New Year's Day.
New Year's Day. Interesting.
Like that day.
Okay, so like here's the thing, right? I am fully in support of starting Christmas celebration early. However, I just don't think that Christmas should be like around in any kind of remnants in January. Like I know that sounds strange, but I think what it is, you know, you have all this time of just like Christmas celebration and whatnot, and then the big climactic, joyful experience is Christmas Day, and then you sort of like slowly come back from it. It's sort of like the July 4th fireworks. You know, you celebrate the entire day, Independence, and then the culmination is the fireworks, and then you have sparklers, and then you go away, you know? And so, like, I think that, like, you can... December 26th is still Thanksgiving in my eyes. It's still... Or, sorry, it's still
It's
Christmas.
still Thanksgiving?
It's still
We're going to
Thanksgiving.
make Thanksgiving stretch out longer
Yeah,
now.
take that, Christmas. We're going to take Thanksgiving and make that more important. No, but, like, I think that Christmas is extended into the 26th for sure. And then...
That's Boxing Day. You can't get rid of the Boxing Day spirit.
Sorry. I'm not Canadian. So we do that. Half of December 27th is still Christmas Day.
Oh, I just got a text from my mother. She is now saying that she is listening.
Oh.
So, hello, Mother.
Hello, Mom.
Hello, Drew's mother.
I've never met you, but I'm sure you're a very wonderful person. Anyways, so December 27th is still Christmas until about like 2 in the afternoon. And then it's no longer Christmas. And you sort of have this decline until you have like this warning period between the 27th and the 30th where it's just like, okay, it's time to take all the Christmas fun that we had and then store it up and wait until next year where we're going to have a blast. And then December 30th through 31st is when you're prepping for New Year's. And that's sort of the diagram. You can still have a little bit of Christmas stuff out, but like as soon as you get a week into January, you have not a lot of excuses left to still have a Christmas tree in your living room with no lights on.
See, it's really good that my mother is listening to this because she usually leaves it out for a month.
Ours is usually up until like halfway through January.
Yeah, I got that. But it's kind of worse with my mom. And this isn't hating on her. I love the tree, but we never get a real tree anymore. We get this bubble tree.
A bubble? Wait,
yeah,
bubble tree?
it's like a hollow, I think, plastic column.
Okay.
And you pour water into it.
What?
And it bubbles and it changes colors, and you stick like fake branches on it, and you can wrap the stuff around it, and it looks really cool.
Can you still hang ornaments on it though?
Yeah, you hang on it like you
Did
put
you
these
steal
fake
it from the
branches.
Lorax? Like, what is? I've never heard of this.
It looks
Buying
like
oxygen.
real branches, and then the center is like glowy with bubbles.
That sounds awesome.
It's amazing.
Okay, no, if I had that, I would keep it out year round because that's the coolest thing.
My mom is saying snowmen go away after 12 days of Christmas is after Christmas, folks. Bubble, and then she says the bubble tree.
Yeah, all right.
She enjoys her bubble tree.
Oh, that's actually a very good metric because, like, what if we? Well, actually, no, we can't because we're in South Carolina. But imagine if we lived in a competent state where it actually had snow. Right?
I'm from Michigan, so I can speak to this.
Okay,
a little bit.
Jaden, imagine you were back in sweet, sweet Michigan with your gloves.
Yeah, mittens, whatever.
With
I
your
remember
mittens
making those.
and your Post cereal, and you set up a snowman, right? And then you just leave him there, all right?
Until he melts?
Until he starts to lose form after Christmas. That is
yeah.
he is
okay,
your
so the
timer.
Christmas season ends in about April.
Well, no. I'm assuming that you have to set it up in a park because if my one trip to New York City has taught me in Central Park, it's that dogs absolutely love completely mutilating snowmen, just tearing them to shreds. I don't know why, but when I went to New York,
This is one odd experience.
No. We were in New York. We were just walking through Central Park. It just snowed. It was beautiful. And then, all throughout Central Park were just these snowmen. And this guy was walking his dog. And the dog was this happiest, bubbliest dog I have ever seen. But as soon as he saw a snowman, he would just shift. And then he would just charge the snowman and just full on leap into it and just bite its head off and then completely destroy it until there was just nothing but a small heap. And then after he was done, he would just flaunt his way back over to his owner. And it was the most funny thing I had ever seen.
What kind of dog was this? A Siberian Husky?
Chihuahua. No, I'm joking. It was just a lab of some sort.
I got you.
But yeah, just wait for that dog to come back. And
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. But when that dog comes around and eats your snowman, that's when you stop celebrating Christmas.
Christmas is determined by dogs.
That specific dog.
It's that one dog. It's like the groundhog.
Oh man!
When the groundhog sees his shadow, that's...
Dude, that's another way to do it. Whenever the groundhog sees his shadow.
That's when you stop celebrating Christmas.
Yeah.
And if he
just doesn't,
then you just keep on going
Wait,
until next
isn't
year.
it if he sees his shadow, though, it makes winter longer?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's the dumbest thing.
Well, I know it doesn't actually change anything.
No. Even in the lore, because if he doesn't see a shadow, that means there's 6 more weeks of winter. If he does see his shadow, that means there's only 6 more weeks until spring. It's straight up heads I
thought it was
win,
it
tails you
became
lose.
2 weeks.
No, it's straight up heads I win, tails you lose. It's that exact same mentality.
I thought it was actually the day just repeated over and over again until the dude can figure out the correct sequence of events to change his life.
No, that's only if you're a successful movie star. Which I'm so ashamed that I can't think of his name right now.
Bill Murray?
Bill Murray. Dadgummit. I wanted to say Bob Marley, and that wasn't right at all. But imagine if it was. Anyways, so Christmas. I would say either, if you're going by time-based, you have until you have your warning. You have Christmas until the 27th. You have your warning time until the 30th. Then it's New Year's, and then you have till January 9th before all shops have to close.
All right, I actually find this interesting because I disagree with, even though I'm so adamant that Christmas shouldn't start until December, I don't think it has to end until the 30th. I do think New Year's Eve should be its own holiday.
Yes.
But
yeah.
I'm fine with Christmas lasting for 5 more days.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying that Christmas immediately has to end at the 27th. I'm just saying that, like, that's your downslope, right? The 27th is still Christmas Day until 2 in the afternoon. After that, you're just like, all right, we've had our Christmas fun. We need to start wrapping things up because on the 30th, we need to start getting ready for New Year's. And so, like, you're just like, all right, well, let's just get all the other things that we need to take care of. For Christmas, we need to make sure that we drink up all the eggnog. There we go. And then you're once the 31st rolls around, you're just ready to celebrate New Year's. And if you still have like a few Christmas things out, that's fine. But I feel like January 9th is the drop date. Like, that's the final deadline.
Yeah, I got you. It needs. There always has to be like a specific day that it's got to stop, and it's not like you've got to do it this day or something bad happens to you.
You get fined.
you pay $3,000, and you need to take down the tree.
Yes,
but like there needs to be like the week after Christmas or maybe 2 weeks, whenever it's. Like that time period, you have that time period, you should take it down. Because after that, that's about it. That should be about done.
Okay, I just thought of something very important that we also need to address. Hanukkah. Because Hanukkah does exist. And that starts December 2nd, I believe. Does it not? It may not.
I
have
know.
no idea.
I believe it. I know for a fact it starts.
8 days, though, right?
I know for a fact that it starts in the first week or so of December, at least for this year. Now, how do we deal with that? Because, like, the way that
what about
Hanukkah,
Kwanzaa?
that's an entire other beast.
Too much.
That's a lot to deal with. And that happens after Christmas anyways. It starts on the 26th, along with Boxing Day. So, like, really, it doesn't really have much interaction, except for while Christmas is declining, Kwanzaa is slowly increasing, I guess. But, like, with Hanukkah is just its own thing, and that is right in the center of the midst of the Christmas season. But Hanukkah in it of itself is designed to be a season. It's not just one day. True. So, like, how do we treat Hanukkah with the respect that it deserves? Because Hanukkah is very important, and I really just like saying Hanukkah.
So my mom has just made a great point, and I have to thank her for it. The 12 days of Christmas go until Epiphany on January 6th. So those are the 12 days of Christmas.
Wait, really?
Epiphany is January 6th, so there are 12 days of Christmas, technically.
Wait, when do they... Wait, so they start...
On December 25th.
Okay.
And you got the 12 days.
I thought that the 12 days of Christmas was the 12 days leading up to
I thought
Christmas.
so too, because on that one channel they show like the 12 Days of Christmas movies, and it like builds up to Christmas.
If you're thinking about Hallmark, that's more like the 12 months of Christmas.
Got a point.
Fair point.
Hey, folks, just your seasonal PSA, Hallmark is releasing 22 brand new feature-length Christmas films, and they started October 29th. And they're going until December 29th.
I'm sure none of them will be of any quality.
All of them will be of great quality. Hanukkah is December 2nd. Thank you. So yes, Hanukkah is December 2nd. We have 8 days of it. How are we going to make sure that Hanukkah gets the love that it so graciously deserves?
I'm trying to think. Are there any other holidays that stretch out for more than a day?
I mean, we could go back to Easter possibly as an example, but still, I'm not sure if that's exactly
12 Days of Christmas kind
equitable.
Kwanzaa is December 26th to January 1st. So there's
New
one.
Year's is kind of like 2 days.
Sure. Well, yeah, I feel like
I'd count that.
Sure,
I'd count that.
But like, I don't know. In popular Western culture, at the very least, besides Hanukkah, I don't think we really have any days that are any holidays that extend for more than just one day specifically.
Well, unless we're talking about like awareness month kind of stuff.
That's
Yeah,
true, but that's less of a
that's
holiday,
less
and more of like an important call to action. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like with the fact that Hanukkah is a set of days that, and that structure isn't really contested in any of our other Western holidays, I feel like it is possible to give Hanukkah those 8 days of primary celebration while the Christmas season is still going on. Because, like, with Thanksgiving, the main issue is the fact that it's a day.
Well, I mean, it's usually celebrated by different people anyways. So
that is true. That is true.
It
I
usually
mean,
doesn't overlap.
yeah, that fair. But, like, I don't know. It just feels kind of off for an important, very ancient holiday that's still being celebrated by thousands to just sort of go under the radar as much as it does. I don't know.
Thanksgiving.
No, Thanksgiving is a day. Thanksgiving is a day, and it's the intermission to Christmas.
That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so real quick before we go, I want to ask you guys, what is your favorite holiday
Christmas.
and why?
Christmas.
Interesting.
I'm going to have to go with Halloween. Also, before we
Nice.
go, my mother has just said another holiday, Passover.
Passover. Oh,
yeah.
yeah, of course.
Oh, also Mardi
Mardi Gras?
Mardi Gras?
Mardi Gras?
Mardi Gras?
Yeah, Mardi Gras.
Kinda.
Mardi Gras.
because
Yeah,
it's
I
like
got you.
Fat Tuesday.
Yeah, okay.
Fat Tuesday.
If I'm allowed to say one last thing, I just want to say,
Absolutely.
because my dad has requested it, I want to say thank you and I love you to my family, and you guys are doing great. Thank you so much.
I would also like to thank, and I could thank my family, which I do. Thank you very much. But I would also like to thank my dog, Hercules, for being such the fluffiest of boys and the goodest of dogs. Do you have anyone you want to thank, Jaden?
I want to thank everyone on Earth for being here.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone on Earth, for listening to this wonderful show. I can't believe we got everyone here,
We did it.
but everyone is here.
What was I going to say? Oh, my favorite holiday is actually April Fool's.
I can
Ooh,
tell.
That's a good
You can
one.
tell?
Yeah. What is that supposed to mean?
I was disappointed.
you'll
Had
learn
to
come April.
share with Easter last year, or this past year.
Oh my gosh, that was the best. Can that happen every year?
Can that just be a thing now?
That
Pope,
is some interesting
Pope,
pranks.
can that happen like all the time, please?
Yeah,
Thanks.
hey, Pope, I need you to do this.
Please.
All
That
right.
was so fun.
And with that, we're about to go. So, adios.